Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to Thursday night's Everton 24/7 report. Well, unfortunately tonight is not quite so busy on the arrivals front as we'd have hoped, with Moise Kean still waiting to have his Everton medical. He's still waiting to get the nod from Everton officials to go over and do that, so it is edging closer as both Everton and Juventus today have finalised their paperwork for his transfer. But we've still got to wait for that medical. Hopefully it surely means that is planned for tomorrow, so we can only hope there. It would be great if we could get this announced ahead of our game against Werder Bremen, which is coming up on Saturday, so we can maybe see a bit of him in action before the new season starts. But today's main story is that Cenk Tosun continues to be linked with a move away from Everton, with the latest rumours linking him with a return to his former club, Besiktas. Everton are still valuing him at 20 million as they try to minimise their losses on the 27 million we spent on him just over a year ago, actually. No doubt if Besiktas can stump up the cash, it's a win-win for everyone involved. Cenk's adored by the Besiktas support, and despite it not working out for him here at Everton, is very well liked here as well, so I'm pretty sure we'd all wish Cenk Tosun well if he was to make this move, and no doubt we could see a career resurgence for him, which his work ethic, if nothing else, certainly deserves that. I think he's a hard worker and he's a fan's favourite in Turkey, so it's a move that suits everyone. Staying in Turkey now, and unfortunately, some negative rumours for Everton coming from Pulse Nigeria. They've reported that Henry Onyekuru has apparently rejected his potential move to Monaco and says he only wants to return to Galatasaray. This is annoying as it really puts Everton in a difficult position if it's true. It weakens our hand in the transfer negotiations severely. Not to mention it doesn't appear that Galatasaray have much money to play with in the first place, and we might not get the money we were hoping for if he does stick to his guns and pick Turkey over Monaco. Of course, he was expected to have a medical with Monaco for a 15 million move, and you can imagine we won't get quite as much if Galatasaray are involved. Now, a rarity at this stage of the window is a name that we've yet to have been linked with come up today, and it does possibly tie in a little bit with this Onyekuru rumour. Sabah in Turkey have reported that we have made a 13 million bid for Mbaye Diagne of Galatasaray himself. He's a 6'4" Senegalese striker who did relatively well for the Turks last season. He only joined in January, but he did rather well. He's played for Senegal at the AFCON just gone. Could the money from Diane's sale to Everton come straight back to Everton if Gala were to finally finance a permanent deal for Onyekuru? It's an interesting perspective, and another interesting rumour now, one it'll certainly raise a few eyebrows, I think. The Guardian have suggested we may be interested in signing Barcelona's sort of veteran now midfielder Ivan Rakitic. Rakitic was undoubtedly add some quality to our squad, but it really doesn't strike me as the kind of signing that Marcel Brands would sanction. The Croatian's 31 now, as I say. He would still command a significant transfer fee, though, nonetheless, and certainly he would demand colossal wages for the sort of wage structure we're trying to implement here. Considering all of it goes against the transfer ethos that Brands is trying to implement at Everton, it's hard to see a case for Everton signing Rakitic, no matter how good he is and how much quality he will bring. I just don't think it's the right move right now. Plus, we've already got a lot of midfielders. Hopefully, we do get Jean-Philippe Baman in, of course. So maybe Rakitic is the one to sort of steer clear of at the moment. Now, a bizarre rumour. Of course, Everton have been knocked back by Crystal Palace in their pursuit of Wilfried Zaha. But today, Napoli are apparently showing serious interest in signing the Ivory Coast winger, with a reported 54 million bid incoming from the Italians. Now, that's bizarre given that our 55 million bid was rejected. Perhaps that's just an English premium from moving from Premier League to Premier League. But the question is, with Malcolm now looking like he's off the market with his move to Zenit St. Petersburg looking likely, is it worth returning to Palace with a better bid for Zaha? Or do we move on? Be sure to let us know your opinions on that. After all, there are lots of alternatives out there. So certainly let us know what wing you would go for in this situation. And let us know your opinion on all of today's transfer rumours for that matter. So Be sure to drop us a comment and a like and subscribe while you're at it. Finally, just going to finish with some off-the-field news today, and Everton teased the fans this morning with a different kind of announcement, as they announced they signed a commercial deal with asset investment company eToro. This deal sees eToro become our new online trading partner, presumably succeeding Blackwell Global in that position, the latter of which are no longer official partners of Everton as of the start of this season. It is, though, good to see Everton regularly renegotiating commercial contracts, as it's clear the club is now doing everything it can to try and increase its commercial revenue, which in the future will undoubtedly stand us in good stead in terms of making life a lot easier for us to acquire the players that we're after. Maybe we could get away with doing that in the future without the almost fire sale, if you like, of fringe players that we're seeing from Everton right now. We talk about the likes of Onyekuru and Tosun today, and many others who've already left this summer. But it may be a few years before all that starts to reap the rewards, so don't be surprised to see a few more departures from Everton before this window is through. And hopefully don't be surprised to see a fair few more arrivals on the cards as well. Of course, Moise Keane's the words on everyone's lips, and we'll be waiting, hotly anticipating this medical. So will Moise Keane be an Everton player by this weekend? You know where to find out. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow night for Friday night's 24/7 report. Until then, thank you again for watching on the Toffee Blues.